It's Kent with MrTruck.com here at NATDA in Nashville, and it's probably like the 16th year of this, but it's so cool. We're here, and that's what I do. I look for the interesting things, the new products, the ones you probably haven't seen, and I've been looking for a good coupler lock for a long time. There's a lot of them out there, they all do all their little shows, but I want one that really is beefy and looks cool, and you can't break it open. We're going to show all those tests here, and I am here with Dylan Cato.
Weatherproofing locks.
That guy too.
Yeah.
And he used to be with the Green Hornet, but I think now he's retired from that. But yeah, this is the Alto lock. And look at it, looks like a beehive. It's gigantic, it's heavy duty, it's cast. It's not a bunch of mild steel, no, it's the real thing. We're gonna show you so many cool features about it. The lock is underneath, everything on this is made to keep people away from it. And after they tamper with it a while, they'll go to the next trader. That's what the whole goal is. Anything you give them enough time, enough days, enough weeks, they'll break it. But this one is going to be exceptional, and I think I'll sell this one too. I think it's cool. But we're going to talk about it. We'll get it on RFD TV. You'll be able to see it everywhere, all the social media things. But we're going to go through the test today. And Dylan was nice enough to do the whole test for me that he's been doing all week long. But this is cool. And this one, you've now made it so it fits almost every trailer, right?
Correct. We have 14 models covering pretty much every bumper pull coupler on the market.
Well, that's what you want too, and that's what they need. And you don't want. It's really hard to find one that fits every coupler by itself. So you have different models, right?
Yes.
Yes, and that makes sense because I've seen all the ones that do it all and they don't do it all. But this one it's massive, and we're going to go through all that. How much different it is than a regular coupler lock. So. What else do you want to tell me about this lock before we start tearing the crap out of it?
Well, it's called the Icon trailer lock. It's the first truly power tool resistant trailer lock. It resists angle grinders up to 5 inches, Sawzalls, drill bits, even Sawzalls of carbide tip blades. And should I just maybe start talking about it, showing it?
Yeah, let's see. It has got such cool features, I don't want to miss any of them. So let me grab the camera and follow you around and then show exactly what you're messing with.
Okay.
Because it's a cool lock. Okay, Dylan, tell me what's made out again, because it's cast.
So this is a alloy steel that we cast in an investment casting process, then it goes through a quench and temper heat treating process. And what that does is that makes the steel actually about 5 times harder than your standard low carbon steel like this coupler is made out of. Which is really what gives us that true power tool resistance, because Sawzall blades, drill bits, they really can't make a dent in this thing.
And it fits over the actual latch of the coupler too?
Depending on the model, this is our MVP 009. It's for the 2-inch yoke latch couplers.
Okay.
So this one, due to the way the coupler's made, it does go over the latch. But all of them cover the whole ball area of the coupler, so no, if they can't get the lock off, they're not going to get a hitch in there.
That's true, and your lock is buried, and you got special keys, you got all this stuff going. Because I know I've been in the horse trader industry for a long time, and sometimes the same key will fit every door in a trader for 5 years. It's insane.
Yes, that's correct. Everyone is uniquely keyed unless the customer asks us to key to light, because they have multiple trailers.
Sure.
And they want to use all the same key for all their trailers.
Yeah, I like that. So are you talking about the bottom now, or are you going to talk about something else?
Yeah,
what tarnation is this thing?
I'll get to all that.
Okay.
So besides the our hardened alloy steel, the reason why it's so big, this crazy looking structure here, this is our patent pending radial fin structure. And what that does is that prevents angle grinders up to 5 inches from being able to penetrate through this.
Oh, I see.
You got to cut off little pieces at a time. And there's even a video of me doing this test in our facility. It took me 90 minutes to cut through the lock with an angle grind, a 5-inch angle grinder. It took, that's with multiple battery changes. It was like 10 discs. That's why it looks the way it looks, and it's so big, is really resisting angle grinders.
Well, that's how things are. They got to be efficient with their time. They can't sit there for 2 hours playing with your coupler. Now, let me change this angle here a bit, so I'm going to see up in there.
The cap is normally on it. I'll cover that at the end.
Okay.
But the key. This, by the way, this is a high security disc detainer key that we designed and made ourselves.
That's good.
We have sent it to Lockpicking Lawyer on YouTube. And it was designed so that there's no pick on the market for this lock.
Oh.
So Lockpicking Lawyer actually had to build a pick to a tool to pick this lock.
And I don't think the thieves are going to go out there and go through that much trouble. That's crazy.
So to use the lock, you just insert the key in the bottom here. And then once you put it in, you just turn it. the lock body drops down like this.
Oh yeah.
And then you just slide it right off. It's a one-piece design, so it's not one of those locks where you got like 3 or 4 pieces you got to stick together.
Boy, that's a massive
It just
pin
goes up and
that goes
down.
in there. Am I gonna,
1 3/8 of an
look
inch.
at that, what's up there, yeah.
Yeah, and then you just,
Is that stainless steel, that pin?
all stainless.
Okay.
So it just slides on like this, and then you put it back up to lock it. But a couple things I'll say, yes, it's a stainless steel lock body, and we actually have a cam mechanism in here with a seal on it.
Oh.
So any dirt, debris, moisture it gets in here, it's not going to get into your mechanism. Okay. So when you go to lock the lock, what you do is you slide it back on your coupler. You're going to push the lock body up, turn it, take the key out. That's where this piece comes in. This is our dust resistant, weather resistant cap. It has a O-ring on it here. So this goes on.
And that's stainless steel too.
Stainless, yeah. So it's all stainless, it won't corrode. You screw that on, and now your lock mechanism, whether you get like a big thunderstorm, no debris, dirt, dust is going to get blasted up into your lock mechanism.
Well, that's good.
Also, if this has snow and ice on it, in the winter it's melting, freezing, you're not going to get water in there and get frozen out of your own trailer. If you do get any kind of ice on the outer part of the mechanism, this is designed so you can just tap on it like this, and you'll break all that right off.
Okay.
Additionally, this cap is so big and beefy, it's designed so that in the wintertime, you got gloves on, you don't got to take your gloves on and touch a 20-degree piece of steel, because who wants to do that?
Well, this is going to confuse the thief, because they see that, they don't know what the hell that is. Can they take that part off?
One last feature of the lock I'll talk about is this is, besides being cast steel, this is double coated. So it gives you extra corrosion resistance, has an epoxy e-coat, and then a powder coat over it.
Wow.
So you got 2 layers of protection that, you're really never have to worry about this. This will last you years. I mean, we give it a lifetime warranty.
Well,
I think the coating will last you easily 5 years on that.
Wow.
And then what I can also show you is that, here's our, this is our classic Icon lock. This was the original one for flat lip couplers. Now you can really see the size of that pin.
Oh yeah.
It's 1 3/8 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
All stainless.
That's big. The whole thing's big.
Yeah.
Now, what's it weigh? I mean,
this one is like 21 pounds. This one is 25.
Okay, that's possible to move that around. If it was 100 pounds, I would give up on it.
It's over, double the metal of any of our competitors.
That's great. Well, it looks bigger than everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing. I mean, all those puck locks and all that other stuff that are out there, but you got a gigantic
And one
pin.
last thing with the alloy we make the locks out of and this radial fin structure.
Right.
Is it defeats the drill bits and the saw blades because it's as hard as them. But this alloy, we chose it because besides being hard, it's ductile enough that, it can take wax from sledgehammer. We've done tests over 5 minutes. You might bust a small piece off here and there, but the whole thing stays intact.
Yeah.
And on most couplers, it's going to break the coupler before you ever break the lock.
Yeah.
So we do consider both power tools and traditional brute force. Power tools is more what's emphasized because it's what makes us unique, and it's really what thieves are using nowadays.
Yeah, and because it looks so massive, a lot of them will see that and say, oh, hell no, I don't got that much time to do that, because it is going to take some time to even get started on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the idea. That's so cool. And these trailers are so expensive now, and that's not it. If you lose the trailer, it's not just that you got to replace it. You got to replace the time you lost because you got to go buy another trailer. You got to find all your tools again. And so, no, it's getting to be such an important thing in locking up trailers.
It's not only losing the trailer, it's the assets you got in the trailer.
Yeah.
And if you're a business, you might even lose business because now you can't go do that job and those guys think you're unreliable.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Plus time dealing with your insurance, dealing with all that. Maybe you find a trailer, is it damaged then, right? Lots of even if it's found, typically all the stuff's gone.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times there's damage.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll drag it through the asphalt, drag it through the sand pit, drag it everywhere.
Our whole thing on safety chains, right, is that if in our opinion, if thieves are not going to really use that to steal it as much, and the reason why we say that is, well, first off, if we made a way to stick it in here, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing to stop someone with some sort of tow strap or something, right? I've even said to people, well, if the guy has a flatbed truck and a winch and he drags the whole thing up there, that's where you have to really be anchored to the ground. But, talking to some law enforcement agencies, the vast majority of the theft they see, it's because people have a cheap lock and be broken off or no lock at all.
Yeah.
So that's the way it really happens. We didn't make a feature to lock safety chains because we don't really think it's stopping anything.
Yeah. So now we're going to start a bunch of tests here with Dylan. He knows how to tear stuff up, and we'll see if he can actually do something to this Alto lock.
Yeah. All right, so for the first test, we're just going to show how easy it is to drill through. This is a piece of low carbon steel angle iron. This is the material that a lot of trailers are made out of, a lot of locks are made out of, and this test should show why it's not really the best material to make a lock out of.
Yeah, yeah.
Oops, if I can, this is a brand new M35 Cobalt drill bit, quarter inch. This is a standard Makita cordless drill. So I'll show you if I start drilling it, like right here. Yeah, so we'll see in seconds, we'll get right through this. Right, so you see in seconds.
That was fast.
Brand new bit. And then if I'll take this bit out and put in another brand new one. And we'll try to drill the Icon trailer lock with its hardened alloy steel and see what happens.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna put this on it right here. And I'll just show you if I start drilling. Now I'm putting all my body weight on this. And that's about as far as it's going to get. We could keep going, but it's not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And
you're just polishing it.
yeah, that drill bit is pretty done for, it looks like.
Yeah, they get hot.
Yeah, so that kind of that's our demo showing with the drill resistance.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Most trailer locks, in my opinion, the fastest way to get through them would be a Sawzall.
Yeah.
So I'll take here's a this is a 1/4 inch thick by 1 inch piece of just low carbon steel.
Okay.
Typically A36 or 1018 it'd be called. We'll just clamp it in here. Try to get it as tight as I can. It doesn't move on me again. And then, this is a Sawzall, a brand new Diablo metal cutting blade.
Okay.
Just a little 6-inch blade.
And it's got the 20 teeth per inch or whatever. The ones for metal.
Yeah, this is says a 14 teeth per inch.
Okay. Okay.
And it says it's for 1/16 to 5/16. This is 1/4 inch. So.
Okay. Okay.
I'll put this on here, and you'll see. We'll get through it in seconds.
Wow.
Just like that.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah. And this blade might be a little worn, but it's still in pretty good condition.
Yeah.
You can see we could probably make 10 more cuts with that at least.
Yeah.
I'll pick up here's another same blade, brand new.
Okay.
And this is probably, we've done a couple demos today on this lock, as you can see. But I'm just gonna go in here and see how far I can get with it. Right, and yeah, you can see, that all those teeth are entirely smoothed over.
Yeah. It saw the blade's about gone.
Yeah, and you can see, this is our third test of the day on this, and that's where we've gotten with 3 of these blades so far.
Well, 4 or 5 hours, you probably have it through.
Yeah.
And about 20 blades. Yeah, it's crazy.
And really what it is, this alloy is about as hard as these blades are. So, to cut stuff, you really need a material to be softer than the actual blades itself.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
that's interesting. That's how it works.
Yeah, and even we've done tests with carbide blades, the carbide tip Sawzall blades.
Yeah.
They'll get a little bit further into it, but ultimately it starts busting the teeth off and it gets hot and you start breaking those carbide inserts off.
Yeah. That would take a long time to do any damage to that.
Yeah.
That lock. So cool. And we'll do some tests too at my place. We'll go out there and run over the tank or something. We'll figure out some cool thing to do with it.
Yeah, numbers and what it fits.
Now this is cool. Of course, you can get this on their website, but this shows all the different couplers that they fit, which is, you know, almost over 30. And we're going to show some of the other ones. And my goodness, that's what you need. You want to have a hitch company that can get you for your trailer. Because there is a lot of couplers out there. So the odds are your coupler, they'll have Alto, will have a lock for it. And that's what you want. You want to be able to do all these things with what you need.
And this is about 18 of the over 30 that we fit.
Yeah, there's just 18 of them, and there's over 30.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm always looking for one company that can make one to fit everything, and it's very hard to do. I've seen several of them try it, and it's never really right. This is awesome.
Don't go away, Mr. Truck.TV. We'll be right back.